Ever since I got exposed to online tools, I started compiling a list of all the different categories of tools and the different options. And over time, through exposure, hearing things, hearing reviews, testing things out, I was able to kind of um, get to pick the top one of that category. And I always, look at all the tools. I always try to find the best one and only use that one. And whenever I make recommendations in Legal Funnel, I always recommend the top one. However, there are times when somebody says, "Hey, I'm using this tool. Is it okay? Do I need to switch?" Like, listen, I taught you how to implement this for this. If your tool gets the job done for exactly the way that I taught it, then by all means continue with that. Just make sure you set up those things that I just taught you. But for each one, yes, there are certain tools that are much better than others. And also the ecosystem of tools also matters too. So for example, the biggest ecosystem in the world is Google versus the outdated one. I'm going to offend a lot of people. Outlook. Right. It's good. It was good, but you guys have no idea what you're missing out if you're not on the Gmail and Google platform with Google Sheets and Google Analytics. It's so many things that
we're a Google shop here too.
Exactly. So
we get it. Yeah.
Things change. And it's just much better to be in a better kind of platform that's all interconnected together than standalones.
That was, and not to dive too deeply into the wonkiness of it, but these are true, the thing that we like about those tools is they're true cloud apps. They're not, they're not one of these sync with your desktop kind of challenges that you can have. So, and the power of collaboration, it can't be overstated. True collaboration where you literally working on things together. And so let's talk for a minute. All right, so somebody comes to Sam and says, responds to one of your content pieces, says, "Sam, I need help. I'm either too busy and I need you to help me out of this sort of maze and this sort of trap that I've walled myself, or I could really use some more business." What's it like? I mean, what is the first thing you do? The second thing you do? Do you have a program, as I understand from when we talked? Tell us a few minutes, if you would, about your program and how it works.
Sure. So I used to teach a program to teach people first how to get clients. Then I will move into the system side. But I learned from doing, 9 sessions of these is actually people need to first work on the systems first to get work off their hands before you bring in new business. So that's where we start off with the systems. But first, we start off with the virtual assistants, making sure that you have enough help you figure out what your dream team looks like. That means you have all the resources in the world. You can hire and draft as many employees as you like. What does that look like? What roles do you need to fill in? And I teach you how to hire virtual assistants to fit in those roles for very inexpensive. And we start off with there. And then second is I share with you very specific tools that addresses very specific pain points with running your law firm. So let's just say we need the internal communication tool for our team. Let's set that up. Oh, I need to share passwords with my VAs. Let's set that up. So I help lawyers do that. And then once we do that, once we have that down, then we go into the client generation side.
And so when you're building out these teams using like a Upwork type platform, or where are you finding these?
Yeah, we use a very specific platform to go and recruit. And it's not just about hiring, also how to manage them and how to track them and also how to incentivize them. I think you need to encompass all of those to be to be able to build a sustainable team of people that will work for you, not just for 1 year, for 5, 10 plus years.